Welcome back to our commentary series. We've been focusing on Ajmal and all the insightful stuff he writes on his blog, theborderofamind.com.
That's right.
And, Ajmal's a respected author.
Absolutely.
And he really kind of gets into the nitty-gritty
Yeah.
of what it means to be human.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't checked out his blog, theborderofamind.com, I strongly recommend it.
I would second that.
Just a wealth of thought-provoking stuff.
Yeah, so much good stuff there.
And so today, we're looking at a piece from May 14th, 2024.
Okay.
It's called Every Step is Valuable.
Okay.
And, you and I both read this.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious what really resonated with you when you read this piece by Ajmal.
You know what I think is fascinating is how he takes these complex ideas about personal growth and just breaks them down using these super simple everyday metaphors.
Exactly.
And like right away, he starts with this image of a toddler learning to walk. You know those first few wobbly steps?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just this immediate sense of vulnerability, but at the same time, this like pure determination to learn.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like they're so focused on that.
Right.
Yeah.
It really got me thinking because, we always talk about celebrate the small victories, but do we actually do that?
Yeah.
I mean, especially when we're learning something new.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it's tough.
Totally.
We're so focused on that end goal.
Exactly.
Like that picture we have in our minds of ourselves, like walking confidently, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
But what Ajmal is saying is, hey, every stumble, every time you got to reach out for support, those are all part of the process. Like those are the moments we need to be cheering for the most.
Yeah.
I think that's so powerful.
And he switches it up a little bit. He uses this garden analogy. Talking about those like vibrant flowers coming from these teeny tiny seeds.
Right.
And that was such a powerful visual.
Yeah, and if we think about that in the context of like personal development as a whole, it really highlights how much growth happens in stages.
It does.
Like he's telling us, don't underestimate the power of a tiny seed.
Right.
Because it can turn into something amazing.
Yeah.
What might look small and insignificant to you could be a giant leap forward for someone else.
Right.
We all start at different places.
That's right.
We all move at our own pace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a crucial point. Well, what really resonated with me about Ajmal's writing is like this subtle call to action. It's not just recognizing our own potential, but it's also about appreciating other people's effort.
Right, that's huge.
Even if you can't see the results yet.
Absolutely.
Like just seeing that dedication is powerful. He's saying, hey, let's be supportive.
Yeah.
Let's acknowledge those early steps, even if they're a little wobbly.
Yeah. But I'm a little hesitant about that toddler analogy.
Okay.
I mean, it's great for encouragement, but sometimes a toddler needs a little guidance too.
I see.
Right. You don't want them to just keep stumbling in the wrong direction. Sometimes it's better to like help them find a better path, So it's not just about cheering them on blindly.
Okay.
It's about giving support that's both encouraging and helpful.
So it's like, be supportive, but also help them course correct if they need to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the garden metaphor really shines.
Okay.
A good gardener doesn't just throw seeds around and hope for the best.
Right.
They prepare the soil.
Yeah.
They nurture the plants.
Right.
They make sure they have what they need to thrive.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he's saying that we can all be gardeners in our own lives.
Exactly.
And in the lives of the people around us. So before we wrap this up, what do you think is like the big takeaway for our listeners?
Well, based on how I see it, Ajmal's message is all about like having compassion for ourselves.
Okay.
But also being supportive of others in a mindful way. We got to remember that growth is a journey.
It is.
It's not about rushing to the finish line.
That's right.
It's about those little steps along the way, and we can all play a part.
That's a great way to put it. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And for our listeners out there, definitely go check out Ajmal's work.
Yeah.
His website is theborderofamind.com.
That's a good one.
And he offers a perspective that can really, really help us understand what it means to be human.
Yeah.
And stay tuned, because we have more commentaries coming up where we'll be diving into more of these thought-provoking ideas.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
See you.
See you later.